Hi, DJ Tina, host of HMTV Canada E-Zine here. On the phone with me today is John of Caine Music. Hi John, how are things?
Very good. How are things with you?
Great. Are you playing live shows to promote Poulet Sessions currently?
Yes, we are. We've done a number of scattered performances to first kind of break out the band in the general for fans and stuff like that who've known me and my other bands and my other band members and their bands. And then after some of the songs went up on the internet, we had jumped on a few dates with Godsmack and did some East Coast dates with them. We flew out to LA, did a show at the Wilton Theater out in LA, and we did the Bamboozle East last year, and now we're just going to turn our focus on to getting some label support.
Very impressive. Can you tell us about Caine Music?
Sure. It's really something that you, the listener, needs to tell us about, really. If anything, I can say we're very protective of how melodies are executed in the studio as they're being composed, and how they're going to transcend live on stage. They have to make you feel strongly about the sound of that particular melody.
How about influences in your music? Any major ones?
My dad still plays and sings in a rock band. I've pretty much learned everything from him. He does all the biker bars over here in New Jersey. He's a huge influence on me. He introduced me to AC/DC and Mountain, Leslie West, and then I later found Alice in Chains and Caius for myself.
That's awesome. Who writes your songs?
I'll finish most of the songs, but I embrace the monster talent of Evil, my bass player, and Chris, my drummer.
What do you express in your lyrics?
The industry thinks that people are incapable of thinking, but I believe that they like to listen further than lyrics like "I love you, I need you, please say you'll never leave me."
Do you express imagery in your lyrics?
Sure. I mean, you can sit back and listen to not only sonically, but lyrically, it'll take you through a little bit of a journey. Sure.
Can you tell us anything about your music composition, anything from recording, mixing, or mastering Caine sound?
Going into the studio, I love the studio. I'm a huge fan of going in there and starting up and getting sounds. We'll sit there for hours just getting guitar sounds, and in the middle of that, we may go, wow, that sounds like a good guitar tone for this riff, and we'll line up a bunch of amplifiers and A/B things till dawn, really.
That's cool. You like to try new things.
I love it.
That's awesome. Do you record in digital or analog?
We've done it both ways a couple of times. Doing the Dropbox record, we did it a couple different ways like that. And with Dave Jordan, who was amazing to work with, he's a guy who's done anything, from the Rolling Stones to Alice in Chains to Salsa Distortion, and we picked his brain for a lot of things, and I took that experience to everything I've done after that, pretty much.
Have you thought of a name and a design for your new album you're currently working at?
Yeah, the ideas keep flowing. If we lock something down now, it'll change in 2 months. So.
Well, at least you're keeping that alive, trying to develop something that's going to sell, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we'd rather actually have you guys do it. You know what I mean? It would just be just fans, whatever they're kind of into. You know what I mean? We wanted to try that for a little bit, and fans sent their Caine artwork over to the MySpace site a couple of times, and we used a couple of their things for promos.
That's rare because there's a lot of bands out that usually hire people to do their artwork and come up with a design. But that's awesome. You're including the fans. That's great.
Well, we design most of our stuff ourselves. I was a graphic artist for years, as well as a tattoo artist. So I mean, I sit there for hours and we make designs. My bass player Evil, he's real good with marketing, and it's not something that we know what sells. I mean, if we see something that looks badass enough that we're gonna wear, and we'll put that out for the fans.
Cool. Curious, what are your live performances like?
Let's see. Last night's show in Hoboken, New Jersey, and it was a good show. Woke up the next morning around 12 in the afternoon. There's a love affair with the stage that goes on. It's all a matter of timing.
Do you get a great number of people to turn out at your live performances?
Oh, it was fantastic. I'm surprised sometimes because of what I believe was mediocre success with the Dropbox. People who were still interested in what I'm doing, and what my other band members are doing. They come out to support just to see who's creating what right now. We'll give you everything on stage.
Cool. Are there any of your tracks from Poulet Sessions getting airplay on internet or mainstream radio currently?
Yes. I off the top of my head, I don't remember all the internet stations, but there are a few, and there's a couple of FM stations that are over here in Jersey that have been playing some. They've been playing the song "Damn Cause" at their choice. And I know that Sirius Satellite, we know some people over there that are very supportive of the band for when we drop an actual album.
Can you tell us about other bands St. Caine were affiliated with or members of in the past?
Yeah, our drummer Chris was in the band Downset, and my eyes were a legendary, influential band of their time. And he was able to travel the world with that band, and he was also the drummer for Blood Simple for the last few years, and again traveled the world with those guys. And he gained a lot of wisdom through traveling and developed his monster talent. My bass player was actually my bass player before Dropbox got signed, and again, I was in Dropbox, supported 3 Godsmack tours, did a duet on the other side, Godsmack acoustic album, toured it, and did radio shows all around the country.
Cool. What motivated St. Caine to come back together to form their band in 2007?
After Dropbox was dropped box, Evil and I found it convenient enough to start a project that we felt wasn't finished from when we first met, and then once we went our separate ways on project, Dropbox was signed, and then I found John again. We said, what, let's finish this thing. We started St. Caine up.
So everything's working out since then?
Everything has worked out. I mean, it's not quite to our timeline, but then again, who's to say it won't happen tomorrow? I mean, if it didn't happen, 3 years ago, who knows? It's so crazy, but we're really enjoying the music that we play back on the rehearsals, and we hope that a label can actually come to the table maybe this summer.
That brings me to my next question. What do you expect on a record label?
That's a wild question. I mean, you just hope that you got to work together with a label. You can't expect to sit back as a band and go, okay, let them do their job. You got to work together. You got to set goals, and you got to set them short sometimes. When in doubt, lower your standards, get the short-term goals done, and you got to work harder. You got to crack the whip on certain people. But you know what? Labels, they're not dumb people. A lot of industry people and band guys and stuff like that give labels a lot of shit. But I think that if you just got to make sure that goals are met to the highest.
So
and, if you get somebody who's important enough, other people are going to answer their call.
When you're talking about labels, are you talking about corporate, or are you looking for independent labels?
You know what? At this point, it doesn't really matter. I mean, independent labels are just as intelligent and have as much intelligence and data to expand an artist or a project than any major out there. In fact, probably more so. I remember being signed with Dropbox and being dropped so quickly as a result of the firing of 600 members of Universal Records that year. We were dropped amongst a lot of rock bands at that time.
Wow.
But I mean, you can't really complain. It happens to a million bands out there, and a million bands get back up on the horse and they give it another shot.
Having traveled the world, what's your opinion of the music industry today?
It's amazing. I think it's absolutely incredible. I mean, my ears always gravitate to these certain new acts and these certain new ideas that people have with selling singles. And I remember sitting down in the room and people start telling me, CDs are not going to be around in the next 5 years. People are just going to be writing singles, including rock bands and mainstream rock bands. You're going to write a single, then you're going to write a single in the next month. There's so many amazing ideas that can happen because of the internet, blah blah blah, that they're endless. And we have just as many ideas as people behind the desks. Trust me.
Will St. Caine music be available on CD and vinyl in the future?
When a label gets behind us, I would love to see the album on vinyl. That'd be rad. And of course, we'll press some CDs. Okay.
Before we wrap up our interview, can you plug in your main web address so fans can access St. Caine music and buy merchandise, if any?
Yes, it's www.stcaine.com, and that'll bring you right to the MySpace site. And that's it. Life is short. Enjoy the damn show.
Any last words?
Yeah, those are the last words.
Okay, thank you, John, for allowing our easy to interview St. Caine. when you get your album out, we would love to do a follow-up.
I would love for you to, and I appreciate you giving us the respect and support.
You're most welcome. You rock, John.
Hit me up so we can follow up with you.
I sure will.
Thanks, Tina.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.